Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's nightly news on March the 7th. Here are the top stories. On the occasion of the International Women's Day, the President of the Republic chairs a ceremony to honor the Algerian women and visits an exhibition displaying the creation of craftswomen. The President of the Republic congratulates Algerian women, recall on their immense sacrifices and remarkable contribution in developing the country. March the 8th is also marked by the People's National Army, whose Chief of Staff recalls the key role played by women within the military institution. While the international community is celebrating females across the world, the Palestinian women are leading a brave struggle for freedom and independence. Welcome back. We begin with tonight's main story, where on the occasion of the International Women's Day, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired here in Algiers a ceremony to mark the event and pay tribute to the Algerian women for their immense sacrifices and their pioneering role in developing the country. The full roundup of the President's activities with Melissa Kabash.
Upon his arrival to the International Center of Conferences, President Tebboune, accompanied by the National Solidarity Minister and the Family and the Status of Women, Kautar Krikou, visited the different stands of an exhibition organized with the aim of highlighting the achievements of the Algerian women in the different artisanal sectors. The head of state reiterated the importance of women in the edification of the family and the development of society, stressing the necessity of their involvement in the path of national development witnessed by the new Algeria. He also discussed with craft women present there regarding their contribution in preserving our national cultural heritage. On this occasion, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, presided over a ceremony organized in honor of the Algerian women, held under the motto, "The Algerian Women, Struggles, Gains and Prospects." The event witnessed the presence of high state officials, members of the government, as well as mujahidat or war veterans and prominent female figures. During the ceremony, the President of the Republic awarded several women distinguished in several fields of activity, such as environment, renewable energies, aviation, agriculture, health, craftsmanship, business, sports press, customs, and sports. A souvenir photo was taken including the President of the Republic and the rewarded women during the International Women's Day. Solidarity Minister Kautar Krikou, for her part, stressed the key role played by the President of the Republic to back the role of women within their constitutional rights. President Tebboune then held talks with mujahidat, during which the head of state listened to the Algerian women's concerns and their aspirations within the new Algeria. The honored women expressed their joy and pride for being recognized by the President of the Republic regarding their efforts deployed, as mentioned before, in several fields of activity.
On the same occasion, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, extended the congratulations message, which he began by indicating that the Algerian woman celebrates her International Day, March the 8th. Consolidating her firm will, constant loyalty to Algeria and her key role in society, thus climbing the ladder in several trades and functions, providing her the ability to assume with merit her missions and to occupy positions of responsibility. We would like to affirm that the real parity that we seek to achieve is not a favor nor a reward, but a constitutional achievement that must be clearly and to a large extent illustrated in our society, underlined the head of state, adding that there must be no slacking nor neglect in this principle by an institution, administration, or decision maker who try to minimize the competence and capacity of the Algerian woman to deprive her of her right that is hers, acquired on the basis of proven qualifications to occupy a position of responsibility, regardless of its level or importance. The 8th of March has constantly been an opportunity to salute her pioneering role in several sectors, such as education, teaching, justice, and health, and through her successful integration into other areas. All of these performances make us proud of our sisters and daughters who have demonstrated on every occasion that they are the worthy heirs of the martyrs of Algeria. Were the heirs of Jamilat, Jamila Bouhired, Jamila Bouazza, and others who engraved their names in letters of gold in the memorable record of the struggle of the Algerian woman, like Zohra Darif Bitad, Elvizat Iri Al-Ahriz, and all the brave heroines who took part alongside revolutionaries in historical epics so that their memories remain indelible in our minds. The new Algeria that we work to build with a firm and sincere will cannot exist without counting on women enjoying their full rights with dignity and respect, proud of their nationalism and their citizenship, concluded the President of the Republic. For their part, the military women were honored by the Army General Said Chingriha, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, who underlined on the occasion the paramount role of women within this institution. Ines Killu has more to say.
On the occasion of the International Women's Day, Army General Said Chingriha, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, presided over a ceremony which was attended by the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Defense, the heads of departments, the Army Supervisor, the directors and the heads of central services of the Ministry of National Defense, and the PNA General Staff.
يطيب لي ويسعدني أن نلتقي اليوم بالمستخدمات.
On this occasion, the Army General delivered a speech in which he congratulated the female personnel of the People's National Army, the worthy heir of the National Liberation Army, and through them all Algerian women on the occasion of their International Day.
الجزائريات في كل شبر من أرض بلادنا الغالية. إن الإنجازات التي حققتها ولا تزال.
The Army General, who praised the achievement of women within the PNA, expressed his commitment to strengthening and promoting their role by providing them with the adequate conditions and environment to enable them to work and meet the expected aspirations. Through his emphasis on working pursuant to the guidelines of the President of the Republic, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the Minister of National Defense pledged to provide women with all the requirements for empowerment and excellence, not only by improving her working conditions and creating the appropriate work environment to raise their performance, but also by accompanying them psychologically and morally and protecting them from everything that could curb their will to succeed and provide their desired addition for the country and citizen service. At the end of the ceremony, the Army General presented symbolic gifts to a number of female personnel, encouraging them to make greater efforts and achieve more success in their professional career.
Algerian women are present in several sectors, including that of agriculture. Settled in the province of Mdia, Fatma Zahra is a case in point of these brave women always struggling to impose themselves against all odds. Here's Minisa Kabash with more.
Fatma Zahra devoted her entire life to agriculture and succeeded to overcome all the challenges she encountered thanks to her attachment and dedication, which allowed her to invest in her 30-hectare land.
I was born and grew up in this region. I followed my father's steps as I was always involved in several activities, from fishing to breeding to agriculture. We harvest different types of cereals thanks to the vast lands of my ancestors.
Thanks to the support mechanism established by the state, Fatima Zahra, like many other agricultures, enlarged her agricultural investment.
I benefited from the Rural Development Program. A bank accompanied me through the entire investment process. I've also benefited from 1,000 fruitful trees spanning over 40 hectares. The land that the woman benefited from falls within the framework of the Rural Development Program, supervised by the Forest Directorate of Miria Province. Many other women got profit from this program across the national territory.
Fatma Zahra is among many women that contribute within the socio-economic sector, allowing them to obtain a significant role within the national development scheme.
The Premier Nadir Al-Arbawi received the head of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, Chodoni, in the framework of his official visit to Algeria. The discussions were centered on the reality and prospects of cooperation between Algeria and the FAO, reiterating their common will to work on promoting cooperation as part of bilateral projects to support the sector of agriculture. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the National Community Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, also received on Thursday at the premises of the ministry the head of the UN's FAO. The meeting was an opportunity to review the cooperation relations between Algeria and the FAO, as well as means and ways to strengthen them and to further promote them on the bilateral level in the framework of larger partnerships such as cooperation South-South. While the whole world is recalling the women's rights, the Gazan females are struggling for their country's freedom and independence, despite the brutality of the Zionist barbaric war machinery. Ines Killu has a full story.
She's a mother of a martyr, the sister of a prisoner, and a former detainee. The Palestinian woman suffers today more than ever before the tyranny of the Zionist occupation, a symbol of resilience and strength in the face of the exactions of the Zionist occupation that she confronts on a daily basis. The woman in Gaza today bears the burden of a war and occupation with courage and determination.
والله بحط لي يا تيتا وما تبعد عن قلبي يا تيتا ولا انساك يومي. هذه بتكون الريحه هيك. والله ريحة هذا الشهيد اللي استشهد هذه ريحته. عملوا فينا يا اخوي قطعونا. انقطع يا اخوي. يا خايف يا خرا.
For almost 5 months, the women of Gaza have been living in difficult conditions. Their daily lives are split between fleeing the Zionist bombardments and trying to survive. Pregnant women, for their part, face many challenges, and 50% of them are suffering complications and risky childbirth due to the lack of medical care.
She was about to give birth and it was late. The restrictions imposed by the occupation made all travel impossible. We were therefore unable to take her to the hospital, especially as most hospitals are out of service. I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm very frightened about giving birth. I'm afraid I won't get to the hospital on time, that I'll have to give birth in an unsuitable place.
Nearly 9,000 Palestinian women, girls and children have fallen martyrs since the beginning of the assault on Gaza on October 7th. The resistance of these Gazan women bears witness to their strength and resilience. They are at once mothers, sisters, doctors and martyrs who are defending their rights to survive within a hostile environment imposed by Zionist war machinery.
And as a token of gratitude to the Algerian women celebrating their International Day, we dedicate these celestial music notes played by retired ladies to all the women in the world. Happy Women's Day and take care.